Hey everybody, as you can see it's pretty early in the morning here, so I thought I would do one quick vid and then I would go ahead and upload it, and then I'm going to go to sleep. But anyhow, we've been covering a lot of the Majestic 12 documents, which is kind of been my focus ever since I've opened up the YouTube channel. I've gotten plenty other hits talking about the Fourth Kind movie and that sort of thing, which is obviously popular. But in my earlier videos, I talked about the Truman signature, which which appears on the Truman Forrestal Memo. You can find it in the Eisenhower briefing document, which is from 1952. And the Truman Forrestal Memo is listed as Attachment A, and it's beyond me that this is fraudulent. First, let me start off by saying I've written almost it's just over 50 pages. I have a little over 50-page report, and if any of you are interested in that report, just let me know, and I'll have no problem getting it to you. Right now it's free, so it doesn't cost you anything. Eventually I'm sure it will, as it goes through the final stages. But anyhow, if you're interested, just let me know. And I believe that I do the best job that you could have ever seen. I mean, I've done so many document examinations. This is just so in depth, and I did it on purpose. So the first thing is the known document is here on the bottom, and the top item here is the question document. You can see Q, you can see K. So obviously what a known document is it's what we know is authentic. And before, when I made the other videos, I didn't have the so-called, what people were calling an exact match signature, which came from a letter October 1st, 1947, between Vannevar Bush and Harry Truman. And so I had been in contact with Stanton Friedman for a while, and I eventually had to contact Joe Nickel, who did another report on this, just wasn't as in-depth as mine, and they pretty much sent me the document almost at the exact same time. So that's where I was able to get this signature. And I want to show you that yes, visually they're a little bit different. The first thing that we know about the question document is it's thicker. And if you look at my other videos, some of the other fake documents that I point out, which both me and Stanton both agree that are fake, Stanton still takes the position that he believes that the Truman document, the Truman Forrestal Memo, and the Eisenhower briefing document is authentic. But I think with what I'll show you here, I've proven that the Truman Forrestal Memo is a fake, and why a fake document would be included into a real document doesn't make any sense to me. I think it hurts the I think it hurts MJ12 all around. So first thing I want to mention is I have not altered the image at all. The only thing that I've done is you can shrink it and you can enlarge it, and you can do that. Okay, it's accepted because you don't change the actual spacing in between each letter. You can enlarge it, you can stretch it, you can do all you want, but you cannot go in and actually manipulate the elements of the signature, the spacing, and that sort of thing. Then you're altering it, and you don't want to do that. Now, I mean, why would you lie to yourself? Keep my timer up here. We've got plenty of time. So what I want to do is I want to show you how well that this matches up. This is a graph comparison, and you can use a graph comparison for almost anything. You can use it for fonts, you can use it just anything. I mean, it's just for precise measuring. So we're going to go ahead and lift this up here. Right when it gets to here, it just starts getting real bad. Look at that. I mean, it's without a doubt. I believe that it's impossible for someone to write the same signature twice. you know, the percent of it is, you know, 0.00000, you know, it's some ridiculous, you know, percentage that it would happen. Pretty much, I mean, that's impossible. Some people wouldn't want, you know, I mean, who's going to bet? If I told you that you had a 0.0000001% chance of doing something, you would say, okay, you know, you wouldn't bet your money on that. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not betting my money on this either. I'll bring this back down. I'll show you a couple more things. And trust me, guys, I was real. You know, I had seen that people were talking about this, and I just couldn't find it anywhere on the internet until Stanton and Joe had sent me the documents. As you can see here on the bottom, I've got them both starting on the gray line here. Same here. Signature is just overall identical. It's impossible to do this, even though that the top one is thicker. The points of the top of the T here, the stroke, hits this here. Same location, it hits the top. The same thing with the N, the tail. Where it hits there, it's the same here. Pen fill, I'll call this a pen fill. You can see how you see how these points come up, and then they're kind of dark there in the middle. They're exactly the same as the top as well. The spacing, everything is 100%, other than the thickness, and that's just impossible. Okay, let's move on to how much time we got left. Alright, a couple more minutes. Here's the dot analysis. Really, the whole thing could be in dots because they're the same. But even this little speck here, let's see if we can really get in this thing right here. Scroll up. See how there's a break there? Here in the dot, and then there's the H goes up, there's a break, and then there's a dot. Okay, and if we go down and compare it to this one, it's the same thing. The H comes up, there's a break, and there's a small little dot. So the red dots mean a lot, and you can check it out in my report if you want it. But basically, it represents curves and fills and bends and slants and, you know, peaks, and just everything that you see as the dots are identical to the other one, and you just don't get this many similarities with something that isn't exact. We've already taken a look at that. There's also pattern analysis. This is really for no reason. This is top pattern analysis, and all these signatures down here are known signatures, and obviously the one up here on the top is questioned, and you can see the red outline. It just gives you a visual. It's just for visual. If you took the signature away from the pattern, you would see that they're pretty similar. You would look at the peaks. Some of them are a little bit different, but we already can see that it is an authentic signature. The pattern, at least, looks authentic. There's a bottom here. You can do it with the bottom, which you're just looking at peaks. So there's no question that the signature is real. We already knew that it was real. At least I did once I saw the document that it came from. So in my opinion, the Truman Forrestal Memo is fake. You know, unless you want to believe on that, unless you want to bet on that chance that it's real. I just have way too much evidence to support that it's fake. That the signature has been transplanted, copied. You know, however it's been. It's very obvious to me. So I was very disappointed. I had a lot of hope that it would be authentic. Everybody wants to believe that it's real, but anyhow, guys, we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.